Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Cosette's Gotta Talk About It. I am Cosette, obviously, and today I will be talking about something that I'm so excited about. Pretty much anyone who knows me knows that I'm a huge Disney dork, like a huge dork. So today I'm going to be talking about 10 things that I can't wait to do on my next Disney vacation. I know it's kind of a weird time with COVID and everything, but I am still looking forward to it. I am a little nervous, but we'll see how it goes. I will be making a bunch of videos while I'm there, so I'll have tons of content to shell out for you guys, which I'm really excited about as well. Yeah, so let's get into it. Okay, so the 10th thing that I'm most excited to do is to see the new Disney Springs. This might be really weird to those of you who live in Orlando or are able to frequent Disney World, but I haven't been since 2015. And since then, Disney Springs has gone through so many changes, so much growth, and so much development, and I am so excited to go. Our travel day when we come in is always a Disney Springs day. We'll get there probably around 1. So we're gonna get like a late lunch dinner type deal at Chicken Guy, which I'm so excited about. I'm gonna get the grilled tenders and all the sauces I want. And I'm also really excited to go to Erin McKenna's bakery because, as you know, I have IBS. I have a lot of food sensitivities and everything there is allergy safe. So I'm really excited to get some gluten-free cupcakes and know that they're going to be really good. Now, number 9 is experience Pandora. I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of Avatar. I'm not the biggest fan of James Cameron. As a film major, I feel like I'm allowed. I'm allowed to not like James Cameron. I've had to evaluate his works and, But moving on, the world of Pandora is amazing in terms of the feat of Imagineering that it is. It's stunning, and I haven't seen it yet. I've only seen it in videos. So I'm so excited to actually get to experience it in person and just feel so immersed in that world. I also loved seeing the Imagineering story, the show on Disney Plus. It was so amazing, and they also showed the background of how they built Pandora, which was really great to know because, I mean, you're sitting there wondering how are these floating islands just hanging out in the sky. So definitely check that out if you're interested in like the behind the scenes of Disney, because I am, and I absolutely love the show. So this is very specific, but number 8, I'm most excited to experience Slinky Dog Dash and Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Even just within the past year, there have been so many additions to Hollywood Studios, and trust me, we'll get to Galaxy's Edge in a minute. But the 2 rides that I can't wait to check out are Slinky Dog Dash and Mickey and Minnie's. Mickey and Minnie opened right before the closures. We were originally supposed to go in April, so we would have been able to experience it then, but we'll still get to experience it now, and I'm very okay with that. And my parents went to Disney about a year ago for their empty nesters trip, which I think is a little annoying for me to be left out on that one, but it's fine. It's fine. They went on Slinky Dog Dash, and my mom absolutely loved it, and she's not much of a roller coaster person, but they said it's a lot of fun. So I'm really excited to experience those rides. Check out the line queue. I am really upset about the loss of the Great Movie Ride. I really do wish that they built Mickey and Minnie's somewhere else, because the Great Movie Ride is such a classic and it was one of my favorites in Hollywood Studios. But Mickey and Minnie's looks amazing, so it's an okay compromise. Like, I'm still sad about it, but I'll get over it. Now, number 7 is a bit of a win and a loss. So I am excited to experience lower crowds in Disney. We are going to Epcot on the second day of the Festival of the Arts, so we might not see that at Epcot as much. It's good because I am very cautious about COVID, social distancing, wearing the mask, the whole 9 yards. So I'm happy that they're still lowering capacity, because otherwise I probably wouldn't feel safe. But I am also excited to be able to go on rides that I normally wouldn't. because you need a fast pass for them. Like in Magic Kingdom, I've never been on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train because my parents never wanted to wait in like the 2-hour line. I've also never been on Peter Pan's Flight for the same reason. So I'm really excited to get to experience those rides for the first time. And it's something that I wouldn't be able to do probably without COVID. We have learned more advanced fast pass techniques since our last trip. So we know you can pretty much just keep getting them. But even without that, it's still hard to get those fast passes. So I'm really excited to go on those rides and actually get to experience them because they're so classically Disney. And we always spent our fast passes on Space Mountain, Pirates, and like Splash Mountain. So I'm really excited to get to experience new things that aren't really new, but I've never gotten to do them before. I'm also excited to get to go on Flight of Passage because we were really worried before the closures and the removal of FastPass if we were going to be able to get on Flight of Passage. And because of the reduced capacity, we're gonna be able to. So in Disney trips past, we have stayed at the All-Star Resorts. So number 6 is I'm very excited to stay at a new resort. We are staying at the Caribbean Beach, which I know has some mixed reviews among Disney fans, but I'm really excited to stay there. It is a really big resort, but I'm fine with that. I don't mind walking. I can't wait to experience the Caribbean theming. I love Pirates of the Caribbean. They're my favorite trilogy. I realize there's 2 movies more, so it's not really a trilogy, but it's a trilogy. And I'm so excited to be able to feel like I'm in that world and really feel like I'm someplace else. And the All-Star resorts they're okay. They're not super immersive, I would say. So I'm excited to, leave the parks and still feel like I'm somewhere else. Like I'm not in Florida, I'm in the Caribbean. I'm so excited to put my feet in the sand, look over at the lake, and see how beautiful the new renovation is in Port Royale, and truly feel like I'm in the Caribbean. And number 6 leads into number 5, which I'm very excited to ride the Skyliner. The Caribbean Beach is a Skyliner resort. If you don't know about the Skyliner, it's a new form of transportation. They're basically gondolas, and you go up in them and then they carry you across. You go over roads, you go over everything, and they look so fun. I love stuff like that. I'm not afraid of heights. And the Caribbean Beach is one of those resorts. We're also really excited to go to the Riviera, which is really close to Caribbean Beach and is also on the Skyliner path. And we're gonna take it to get to Epcot and also Hollywood Studios. We probably won't use it to get to Pop Century or Art of Animation. We don't really have any need to get over there. But if you are staying at either of those resorts, it's a really great way to get from point A to point B, even if you just want food, like you want to go to Sebastian's Bistro when it reopens, or the Riviera, Primo Piatto, Topolino's Terrace. You can do that by the Skyliner. And it makes it really easy because getting from park to park by bus is really difficult. So thank God for the Skyliner because I think it's really great. You kind of have more options for eating and stuff. It's also a really COVID-friendly way to travel because you're just in your own gondola with your party, and that makes me feel a lot more comfortable, especially knowing I'll have the gondola to myself. And, I can kind of look around, and I'm definitely gonna look like a dork, but it's fine. Okay, so number 4 is gonna bring us back to food, which is kind of the whole point of the vlog, but I just had to get my other excitements out of the way, is I'm really excited to try gluten-free foods, but specifically the gluten-free churros. There are a whole bunch of gluten-free options at Disney World and in Disney Springs, which makes me feel really happy and comforted knowing that I'm not going to have limited food options because most theme parks don't have good options if you have dietary restrictions. So I'm excited to get the gluten-free fish and chips at Raglan Road. The food item that excites me the most are the gluten-free churros. And they're naturally gluten-free. You don't have to order them special gluten-free, like they come gluten-free. Now, You can get these at Animal Kingdom in Nomad Lounge. And I didn't know, like I said, I didn't know that they were completely gluten-free. I recently saw a video where Molly from All Ears Net went there and she said that, so that makes me feel comforted knowing that I don't have to order them special. They just come gluten-free. And they have 2 sauces. There's like a vanilla cream and a chili strawberry. Finding gluten-free foods, especially things that are very carby, tend to be really difficult. Like beignets, I know you can find them at like a couple places at Disney World, but you can't get them everywhere. So I'm really excited to be able to try this and know it's going to be safe for me. And I'm so thankful that Disney World is so accommodating to people's food allergies and sensitivities. All right, number 3 is the Epcot Festival of the Arts. We are going to be in Epcot on Saturday, the 2nd day of the festival, so it's definitely going to be busy and it's definitely going to be crazy. But I wanted to go to Epcot on a Saturday because some of the booths of the holiday festival and food and wine tend to not be open on weekends because of COVID and there's less people in the parks. So I wanted to make sure that on our one Epcot day, we got the chance to try everything that we wanted. Epcot's Festival of the Arts runs from January 8th to February 22nd in 2021. And this was a pleasant surprise, and we didn't really know when this festival is going to be happening. We didn't really plan it. The dates came out after we rescheduled our trip. It was such a pleasant surprise because we thought we were going to be festivalless on our Epcot day, which we still love Epcot, but it's just so much more fun when there's a festival going on and all the food, all the activities. I'm most looking forward to the food booths. They announced the name of the booths as of filming, but they haven't released the menus yet. So I'm hoping that they'll release those soon so I can know exactly what I'm looking forward to, and maybe I'll make another video on things I can't wait to try at the festival. But I saw that Citrus Blossom has stayed open throughout all these festivals and that it will probably continue to stay open during this one. And if they have that citrus chicken, I wanted to try it, and we were supposed to go during the Flower and Garden Festival, so I'm definitely going to be trying it if they have it here because it's gluten-free. The breading is gluten-free. It looks really yummy. I also am really interested to see how this festival compares to years past with, of course, with COVID regulations and restrictions. And I'm really hoping they still have the paint by numbers because I really want to do that. So it feels a little bit like cheating for my last 2 points to be Galaxy's Edge related, but as a complete Star Wars dork, I can't help it. So number 2 is I'm most looking forward to Rise of the Resistance. I'm an absolute diehard fan. I haven't even watched full ride-throughs of the ride because I want to fully experience it for the first time in person. And we have 2 days in Hollywood Studios, so we have like 4 attempts to get a boarding pass. It's a dream come true for any Star Wars fan, and it's no exception for me. The animatronics look amazing. I really hope the Kylo Ren animatronic is working. I don't even love Kylo Ren, I just love Adam Driver, so by default I love Kylo Ren. I'm more of a Ben Solo kind of girl, but I can't wait to see that animatronic. And honestly, I might cry. I might cry walking into Galaxy's Edge. I might cry on the ride. I'm probably gonna cry. Alrighty, and last but not least, the number 1 thing I am most excited to do in Disney World is buy the Ahsoka Tano lightsabers. I hate myself for spending so much money, and it's definitely not budget friendly, but they're new to Galaxy's Edge. They retail for like $200, and I love Ahsoka. She's been my favorite Jedi ever since I watched the Clone Wars. I love her. She's such a role model, and I recently finished watching the whole series a couple months ago, and I just love her. Now she's in Mandalorian and Rebels, and she has different ones, but I want her classic ones just because, you know, those classic lightsabers are the ones she held when I fell in love with her character. I saw Ashley Eckstein, I don't know how to say her last name, announced that these were coming to Hollywood Studios, and I knew that this was what I was gonna do, that I had to get these lightsabers, and I'm going to get the lightsabers. I don't know how I'm gonna get them home, but I can't wait. I'm so excited. Alrighty, thank you everyone for tuning in today. I hope you liked the video. I know it's a little off topic, but it's something I just had to talk about. If there are things that you think I should be excited about that I didn't mention, drop it down in the comments. Things you disagree with, drop it down. Other things you think I should do while I'm there, drop it in the comments. I'm looking to have the best experience at Disney, and yeah, so give me your tips and tricks and stay tuned for more Disney related videos as we get ready for our trip. Thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all later.